aspects of this record. I know it hasn't been long since Exhibit B has come out, but thoughts musically, thoughts about. I'm sure you'll probably still keep the doing lyrics on some songs.
We're gonna do what we do. You know, everyone complained the last album was too long, so maybe we'll make a 28-minute fucking 2-minute song.
What are your thoughts?
I don't give a fuck. Everyone go fuck themselves.
72 minutes. Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, as long as it's a good record.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember buying The Wall. And you remember? It was 2 albums, dude. Like, why the fuck would you not want more music? It's like these people are like, oh, we have to sit and listen to it all at once, and go fuck yourself. Really, go fuck yourself. Yeah. It amazed me. You know, I totally disagree. And anyone who says any different, you know what? Whatever. I mean, dude, to me, it's like food. It's the same thing. People like certain shit, and they don't like other stuff. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you, except for this is what we're gonna do, and this is what we enjoy. You know, we did it for a reason. We did it because that's what we wanted to do. It's not like we're listening to outside forces or telling us what to do. You know, I mean, I never understood why someone would say, oh, there's too much music. It's, you know, if it's boring, then I can't help you if you're bored by it. But, you know, I've gotten, hundreds of messages from kids saying, dude, I love the fact that it's just riff after riff after riff after riff. It's endless. And I was like, oh, cool. You know what I mean? You want me to listen to one guy who says, oh, it's too long? Yeah, go fuck yourself, man. You know, that's all I got. But I know that I never get enough Pink Floyd, man. I never get enough Tool. Like, bands like that, it's like, really? If Tool put out a 30-minute record, it'd be 2 songs, you know what I mean? And so would we. If we put out a 28-minute record, it would be 3 songs. 3 songs and out. See ya. You know what I mean? There's our new fucking live show. Whatever, man. We're gonna do what we do, and we're not taking anything from outside forces. And that's my personal opinion. Now, Gary might think a completely different way, and so would Lee. And like, we're gonna do what we're gonna do, regardless of what anybody thinks. You know. I don't know, man. I don't know what the future holds. I don't have a crystal ball. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's just what you're used to.
I just love New York, man. I just love New York.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't know. I think maybe I read this thing on a plane today that was about surfing, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to go surfing for a while. So I might go surfing for a while. First time I did it, it was like a soul searching kind of trip. And then I did it with my friend, and we had a really good time. And then I did it again by myself. Once again, some soul searching, but I was pretty crazy at the time. And then I rode back with my fiance. We rode back together. She rode with me on the back, and we had a good time, me and her, man. It was fun. We went through some really cool, weird shit that happened. We went through this dust storm in Utah that was just fucking crazy and insane. And even I was like worried for a bit, you know. And it was cool. I don't really. My next trip was from New York to Alaska. That was my plan. You know, that was and I don't know when that's going to happen. I really need to plan it out well. You need money and time, and you really need to have a really good plan. And like the one where I did a 15,000 mile trip in 6 weeks, we planned it for almost a year and a half.
15,000 miles?
We went 15,000 miles in 6 weeks and 2 days.
Wow.
And we planned it out for about a year and a half. And and it was a trip of a lifetime. It was killer, you know. I hope to do plenty more, man.
I mean, 7 times you must love it. You know, I mean, to do more too. After,
I can't wait to do it again, man. I can't wait to get home.
It's not like being in a car where it's.
No, it's different, man. It's completely different. Wind, yourself, your thoughts. That's all you got. Yeah.
And then you're a surfer, so you'd like to surf.
Yeah.
So do you go to certain locations when you're on your bike?
I like Huntington Beach because my friend Jack was there, and like he was, he's the inspiration behind that. 16 years ago. So, like, if I ended up years ago. I had a relationship end, and it did end well. And I went out to Jack's, and I stayed there for about 2 weeks, and we just surfed every day. And that's what we did. I would just go out and sit on the board and surf and hang out, and I wasn't allowed to talk about her. Yeah. So that was the deal. You can come out, but once you talk about her, you have to go home. So I waited like 2 weeks, and then I said, Jack, I need to talk about it, and we did. And he goes, all right, cool, see you. And that was it.
The last day
fucking Jack, yeah. Love Bill Hicks.
Stanhope we were talking
Love
about.
Doug Stanhope. Mike DiStefano. They're Joe Rogan, Brian Posehn. I mean, there's
Carlin,
just
even maybe when he
just
George
oh
Carlin.
man, George Carlin. I love. I thanked him on the last record, man. You know, because
Did you?
he died right. He died while we were making it, and it was like, oh man, you know. And you know, I just love stand-up comedy. It's the truest art form, I think, besides regular art. But I mean, of performing art. It's the only one where you're really only liable to yourself. You know what I mean? Like Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, those guys, when they say what they say, and Doug Stanhope is by far my personal favorite because he really puts himself out there. Like there's no, like it's hard to fucking judge a guy who admits what he admits and talks about what he talks about and does it well, does it funny. And Jim Norton's a lot like that too. Jim Norton, Jim Florentine, Don Jamieson from the Metal Show. Those guys, man, I went down and seen those guys, man. They're really funny and they're really, yeah. Because I live in New York, so they all live in New York. They all do comedy in New York.
Do you think that Bill Hicks is he your all-time? I know he's been gone a while now, but
93.
Would you consider his all-time favorite for that era?
Oh, he was. He was. Dude, he was
the best ever?
He was the best. He's the best ever. He made other comics look really bad. He really did. And he had nights when he was a drunk, he would bomb. Then he went to, then he got sober, and he was really funny. And he just, like I've read, I know I have 80 hours of unreleased Bill Hicks on CD that I can, listen to at any given time. And Bill was, he was a special dude, man. He really was. And what's really funny is right at the end of his life, a lot of his comedy had changed for him because he was dying. And his philosophies had changed right toward the end, and I have it on tape. I have him contradicting himself completely, but admitting it. Like he wasn't. He was humble about it. It wasn't like he was a dick and nodded me. Oh no, I never said that. He was like, yeah, that's how I used to think, and it's how I think now. So anyway, Bill's awesome.
Straight up honest.
And the best comic working today is Doug Stanhope, by far. Him. Yeah.
Gary's a vegetarian. Are you?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Okay.
He wants to be a vegetarian, but he eats fucking meat and beef and pork and chicken and. But he's a part-time vegetarian. He eats. Gary's insane. Gary's just crazy.
I got to say this, but you feed off the fans. As you get older, do you see that ever becoming less of to where, you know what, this is actually kind of boring getting on stage? Or
listen, I'd like to think I could do this till I'm 60, but that's like, I don't think that's.
It's an intense kind of music too.
It's like, I don't know, man. Honestly, Drew, we try not to think about it. We do feed off the crowd, and the crowd, as long as the crowd's, doing what they're doing, they can really just suck the energy out of us by just standing there. It's like, it's like playing to a seated place,
right.
We played it on the Megadeth tour. There was one place that was seated,
really?
And it was just gut wrenching. It was
like your type of music. I mean,
it was just the wrong place, wrong time. It just felt uncomfortable, So what I did was I just stopped looking, and I just stayed right in my moment of where I was, and I just kind of stayed between the monitor and the drum set, and I just kind of did what I did, and I didn't. I stopped caring. I stopped just staying where I was. I closed my eyes and I sang the whole, because it was like not unnerving, but it was just uncomfortable, I guess. I don't know. I prefer a small club. I mean, big shows like Wacken were great. The festivals are killer, dude, when there's so many people. But there's something about fucking just. Like we played in Salt Lake City last night, and the kids, man, were they're right up against the stage, no barrier, and it was just mayhem. And it was fucking great. That's what I enjoy, So a bunch this year that were really good, man. At Ozfest this year, we had a really good one. That was probably the biggest one I've ever seen. Yeah.
Because you have
the craziest one I saw was in Milwaukee. We played the first time we played the Toxic Waltz. In Milwaukee, there wasn't one person standing still. The entire room was in a circle. It was awesome.
Right.
That was moving, man. That was when I was like, wow, and I actually stopped and was like, holy shit, it was awesome, man.
That's great. That's all right, man. Thanks a lot for the interview.
Right on, dude.
Appreciate you sticking around, and good luck. Have a good time the rest of the tour. Hopefully your bus.
It'll be here tomorrow.
No more bus problems.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Right on.